Okay, once again, you all are welcome. Today we are, going to discuss a very, very, very important topic. I would like to discuss with you. That is, what are the various research areas in, what are the various research areas, research in IoT. Actually, many of my subscribers they requested me to make one video. What are the various upcoming latest research areas in which they can pursue their PhD, or they can do the research in the future. So. I decided to come live and discuss the various research areas that are available in the field of IoT with you all. So without wasting time, let us start this. See, IoT. This is a very famous buzzword nowadays. Uh, Everybody knows this thing. IoT means the life in everything. So now the life in everything means what? Now let everything is what actually I am not going to in detail of what is the IoT in this particular today's talk, because for that I already made one video which released very soon, in which I described what is IoT, and this is a that is basically a discussion with my students. So today I am only focusing on what are the various research areas in IoT, but maybe some of little bit know about IoT. So let us begin with little description of IoT. IoT means the life in everything. It means the everything the everything every object that means we want to put a life in a non-living objects. So if we are talking about the non-living objects, and how to how to make them live, how to make non-living objects live. So for that you must have to understand. Let us suppose we have a certain kind of object with us, like I am saying it is an. Let us suppose we are taking an example of air condition. In an air condition, if you want to make it live, means you want to put a life into that, definitely you have to put some sensors, which will make. Sensor is basically what? Sensor is a kind of device which can senses the environment, and according to that it will trigger that particular device. So, if we are talking about the sensor or AC, there must be a sensor like a temperature sensor. This temperature sensor basically uh, sets the temperature of to operate that particular air condition at a particular temperature. Let us suppose we want to operate the air condition at 25 degrees Celsius. So what you are doing, you just from the remote control you set the temperature, and at that particular temperature your air condition get off. This is not a IoT basically. This is an artificial intelligence. Now what is IoT? IoT means this your AC is senses the temperature itself from the room, and after sensing the room temperature, it will remain on and off its own according to the, if the outside temperature is the 30 degrees Celsius, and we all know the normal body, the main the normal temperature required for a human body is near about 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. So for that that particular to operate this AC in particular in the temperature, that particular temperature range, you put this sensor, and now we want to control this sensor with the help of web. Means this sensor is connected through the to the web, and then through this web it is connected with your mobile or any handheld device. Basically we use the handheld device as a only our mobile, because mobile is something which everybody has an access. So what we want to do, we just want to access any device through our mobile, and means it will gives an alert to your mobile that the room is now this much temperature, and if you are coming to the in your home, then if you are coming on if you are on a way to reach to your home, then your this AC get automatically on. So this is what how we want to make everything in our home automated, like everything, like refrigerator. If you have a fridge, then fridge will tell you that that particular milk is not there, or particular eggs or bread is not there, or it is empty. So it fridge will automatically give you an alert. Definitely for that you need a sensor. So now, till till now, what kind of researches are going on in the field of this? Let me first of all tell you little bit about that. See, IoT is not a new concept. It is started way off in 2010. We are trying to make the fully automatic environment, but we are not succeeded. This is because of two reasons mainly. Earlier, we have a limited IP addresses, and we have a very limited IP addresses. And but this problem is get resolved when we discovered IPv6. And in IPv6, there are no limitation on IP addresses. Now we have unlimited IP addresses. And second thing, that we are still struggling in the sensor technology, because sensor technology is not so good still. In nowadays also, the sensor is not so much accurate, or if they are accurate, then they are very costly. That is why this IoT is very is not practically feasible till 2020. But definitely in upcoming years, by 2025, we definitely have this sensor technology is get cheapened, and we have some alternative to this sensor technology soon. Then this IoT is practically feasible. So this is something which is a literature part about IoT. So if we broadly see, IoT is nothing. It is you have to connect the sensors, or what we also called it's also called them nodes, to the external environment. You want to access these sensors through the external, through the web. You want to access it, and you want to deliver the result to some handheld device. So this is basically, if you want to, if you see the broad picture, this is basically the IoT. That is what we call the IoT. IoT is nothing. It is a connection of the sensors or nodes with the cloud, and then through the cloud you want to access that particular devices through on your mobile. So this is broadly what we call IoT. This how we can put the life in any non-living object. So now the very important question arises: what are the various areas? And some of they are IoT enthusiasts. They want to pursue their career in the field of IoT, and they want to do some research in the field of IoT. So now, and but they are still confused. What are the various availabilities, or what are the various areas available in which they can pursue their PhD or their research? Or even in masters also, if the students are from CS or IT background, they can pursue their area research in this field, but they do not know what are the various fields where we can work. So let me explore all of them. So first thing is very sure that the for the secure IoT, for a secure IoT, see, the one of the very important field for the one of the very important field in the IoT is consisting of three things. Now you have to understand, one is the hardware and the software system. For IoT, you need the hardwares to on which you have to operate, and also you need the software systems, so that these hardware and softwares can connect it with each other. So construction of hardware and the software system, that will makes the IoT enable system intelligent and secure. One thing. Another thing is analytics. If we are talking about the analytics, integration and analysis of enormous streams of physical world instrumentation with all the existing data means, because if the two things get connected, definitely a lot of data will be created. So how to handle that particular data, and how to do analysis to take some productive out of that particular data. That is what will comes under the analytics. And the last but not the least very important point is security. See, as the world is going on changing, and we all are moving towards the digital era, and in this particular digitization, the one of the most concerning thing is your security. And this is one area where I will suggest you to pursue your PhD or your research work, because this is the area. Because as the digitization increased, definitely the people who are intruders, and who are not using this practice as an ethical practice, they can definitely try to crack or try to break this security. So to make everything, if you want to make a life and everything, definitely you have to work on this area security. This is the one of the prime area where you can do your research. How, I will tell it in another couple of minutes. So first of all, you have to understand this thing also. What are the various technologies that support IoT? Basically, IoT is not a single field. There are several things are connected with this IoT. And what are that? Number one is architecture identification. Architecture identification, communication, network technology, network discovery, software and algorithm, hardware technology, data and signal processing, discovery and search engine, network management, power and energy storage, cyber security, and information security are the challenges and the research areas of the IoT. So if you are really a IoT enthusiast, so these are the areas. And what are the topics are specifically to associated with these areas? Let me explore that also. uh, Number one things is the IoT. The areas must be robustness, privacy. You have to take care about the robustness, privacy, cloud computing, cyber physical system, automatic computing, social networking, and security. Let me explore now the areas which you this is very important. And the, see, the very first broad topics of the research areas are given below, but not limited to these topics only. The very first is IoT network design and architecture. See, what is IoT network design and architecture means? See, as I told you, IoT, what you have to do, what in exactly IoT is happening. There is a there is a sensor network. This sensor network, we have to access this sensor network through the cloud. And you have to give the access to the some mobile device. So, and how the complete architecture can be designed using the hardware. This is one of the promising area. Those who are those who are working in the hardwares, they can pursue, they can decide their topic from these particular points. Number one, IoT network design and the cloud networks, networking technologies for data centers, software defined networking, network visualization technology, embedded system architecture. So this is basically deals with this particular research area is deals with your hardware. So this is the hardware oriented topics like embedded. If somebody wants to design its own embedded system architecture, means how these sensor nodes get connected with the device, and then how it connected with the cloud. This all you can have your if you want to design your smart home. Because to make enable this IoT, completely enable IoT, you have to took something like you are taking your home or your office or something. So if you want to make it completely IoT into that, so you need to be work upon your own architecture. So this is one area where you can do the research. But I'll advise only the electronics and communication students, ECE students, and those who are from CSC background. They can pursue their research in this field, IoT network design and architecture. Because for that you must have to understanding of the complete network, how to design a network, and from the network, I mean to say, the physical connectivity, how to do the physical connectivity of the things. So this is the area particularly for electronics and communication engineering or computer science students. They can do this on this area. So let me quickly come towards the second area. Second area is the IoT enabled software architecture and middleware. So this is the basically, which is, this area is basically deals with the software implementation of the IoT. So you have to, create a software architecture for the IoT and the cloud, because in the previous one you are only deals with, making an architecture. Now you software architecture for IoT and the cloud means how the device, how, you can. You must have to design a way how to, connect the hardware with the cloud, so with the help of the software. So this is another area where you can work intercloud interfaces. For this, what I suggest you, those who have a knowledge of cloud computing, how to, work on cloud computing, they can pursue in this field. IoT enabled software architecture, they can design their own, kind of machines or virtual machines, how they can connect it, or they can design, they can, start working in this, can start working in this area. The only wholesale thing is you must have a awareness about the cloud computation, how, how to manage a cloud, how to manage, how to do, how to make a server on a cloud. These kind of activity you must have to know before, if you want to start your research in this field. So this is the second area, and these are, the subtopics that you can, choose according to your interest. So let me quickly move towards the third one. Third one is a mobile cloud services. Again, this is mobile cloud services, means mobile cloud and the IoT services, means how and mobiles as sensors, networks, and application. Mobile cloud and IoT model means, see, in the second one, you are able to, in the first one, let me again repeat it. In the first one, you are dealing with, the architecture of the hardware architecture of the IoT, in hardware architecture of the devices. Now in the second one, you deal with, the software, how the software connectivity with that IoT with the cloud. And the third one is how to, connect that particular IoT device with the mobile, and mobile cloud and IoT models. So these are, this is a third area where you can do the research. So let me move toward the fourth one. Fourth one is the data and the knowledge management. Again, see, if the IoT is completely physical, if the IoT is, if you apply it somewhere, then the another challenge in your across on you is, the data models. How to, handle the data, how to, you have to manage the intelligence of your device. So knowledge management, your rules, because definitely there is a set of rules that you choose for that particular device, like for an example. And then here comes you can use, fuzzy logic also here for designing a rules, or you can connect some another technology to manage the knowledge. So knowledge management and the data and the knowledge management in IoT is also one of the field where you can work. So those who are good in, data science, not data science, basically those who are good in SQL and, database management system, DBMS, or those DBMS, they can connect themselves with this topic. So those who are very good in SQL and database management system or rational database management system, they can, start. This is an exclusive area for them. They can start research on data or knowledge management in IoT. So this is this kind. By this way, they can describe their own research topic or research area. So now let us move towards, fifth one, the context awareness and the location awareness. Very important, for because in IoT, the user is always moving. He is not fixed. Means the mobile that he carries is not, his location is not fixed. So he is, continuously moving from one place to another place. So this is again a very promising area to locate the uh, locate the location of the device as well as uh, the sensors are fixed, they are in the home itself. So whenever you are in your office means, or you are in some another place, so how your location is get tracked by that sensors, because sensors is now the devices in your home all are live. So they want to like your wife, like a wife, he wants to know about the every location of their husband. In the same way, since the sensors are the devices whatsoever, the live devices in your home, they want to your location every time. So this is again a very very important and promising area, and those who are good in GPS kind of GPS tracking, or those have an knowledge about that, they can start working in the field of this. And they can frame their topic as context awareness and the location awareness for IoT. So this is, and again, a very important and promising area. So let us quickly move towards the next one. The security, privacy, and the trust. This is very, 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 very important. From the beginning, I am telling you this is one of the very, very important area. Here you can pursue your PhD or your research work. The security, privacy, and trust. Trust. Why I'm saying this? Just because as the digitization is going on, the prime aspect for the digitization is you have to make it more secure. And those who have a knowledge about the cryptography or steganography, or you can authentication by providing your some kind of passwords or some reliability, how you can do it. This is one of the area, and this I request you, those who are from IT background or from CSC background, they must have to do something in this area, because all other areas we are very close to implementing the IoT. And if the IoT is feasible, because many researchers or many scientists are working on in the field of IoT since 2010, and definitely by 2025 now they have certain limitation of only sensor technology, but by 2025 I'll predict the complete IoT will be feasible. The and if when it is feasible, still this area is one of the hot area for working, because security aspects, privacy aspects, and trust. This will this is going on process. This is ongoing process, and this topic is I can say it is a endless topic. You have a different, you have to search for the different ways how to make this IoT more and more productive, as well as the secure. So let me move towards the seventh one. See, in the seventh one is the software defining networking. Now, what is this software defining networking means? The software defined networking means SDN support from the cloud and IoT. And this is again which is deals with for their quality factors, evaluation, the measurement, because as the things are deployed, as the sensors are connected with the cloud, definitely, there is a quality assurance and security and the privacy. There are a lot many things are we have to take care. So this is again for those who are expert in cloud computing. They can pursue in this field. They can do some research in this field, how to make this model and architecture most robust and highly secured. So this is, and again, one very important area. Next one is performance evaluation and modeling. Those who are very good in data science, this is a topic for those who are very good in data science and have a knowledge about data science. They can can monitor or can analyze the performance, the evaluation techniques, and modeling of cloud and IoT. There are and fault tolerance, recovery, elasticity, and this is all we can do through data science or machine learning, you may say. So those who are working in the field of machine learning, they can start connecting machine learning on IoT by evaluating these parameters. So this is again a very promising area where you can because machine learning nowadays everybody, and for this definitely you required Python and some stuff, some programming languages. So if you have a mastery in that, you can pursue or you can decide your topic on this performance evaluation and modeling. So let me explore the next one, networking and communication protocol. So this area is particularly for communication engineers. So communication engineers, like how there are various protocols to connecting two objects, like Zigbee. Zigbee is a very Zigbee is a very famous technology or protocol at that time, but now it loses its fame because of the range issues. So by Wi-Fi or WiMAX or some another sort of algorithms protocols, you can do something in this area of networking and communication protocol. So this is again one those who are network engineers. So those who have a good knowledge of the networking, they can choose a topic from this domain by by proposing their own protocol, or by how the communication protocols, what are the various protocols for data centers, and similarly, so they can do something in this area. And for that, I think you must have a knowledge about some simulators like NS2 and NS2 simulators. So you can, if you have a knowledge about that simulation tool, you can do your PhD or your research in this area also. So very quickly, let me move towards the 10th one. The 10th one is a IoT services and application. This is particularly for IT students and IT guys, and those who are MCAs or MTech in IT or BTech in IT. They can choose this area for their research work, like how to use what are the various applications of the IoT, like energy optimization in IoT, business model of IoT, tools and technologies for IoT. So this is the area of services. That is why I'm saying the IT people, those who are good in providing the services, they can pursue their area, they can choose their area. And if anybody of you feel uncomfortable how to choose, how to frame a topic, you just come to me with your topic selection, this broad area selection. I will help you out how to frame your topic with this. So, and for this, I'll request you to take my membership of my channel, so that I will be continuously touch with you, and help you to framing your topics and everything. So very quickly we will move towards the 11th one. Now 11th one is also one of the very important area in the field of IoT. You can do the research in this smart environment. Means once you design the environment, it will work their own. No external resource is required. So smart cloud means once you deploy the object into the cloud, and it will do it automatically. Means automatically means if nobody is there and no object is required, or no object is uh, what I'm saying, the object is not in use, then it will disconnect it automatically. Still, what we have to do, we have to on and off, the switch. But in a smart environment, it will sense it, the thing, and automatically done. So this is again one area where you can do your research or PhD. Let me move towards the next one. Next one is the intelligent systems for cloud and service computing. So this is again more or it is more like the earlier one we discussed it. So let me move forward with the 13th one. This is very important, energy efficiency. So nowadays, everybody is talking about the energy and the power, because green energy, and if we are talking about the green energy or green environment, so definitely if everything has a life, then the power consumption or energy consumption goes on increase. So one can do on a low power design, or to design something which can make energy efficient system. So this is again can be a one of the research area. So you can frame your topic like energy efficiency for IoT enabled device. So how to make that devices by using your own kind of algorithm, that you have to apply your own algorithms so that it will be, come into use and try to save the energy as much as possible. So this is also a very important area. I think this is, or the earlier one, the security aspect. These two are the very good area that I liked. Now come up to the next one, virtualization. Virtualization is also one of the area, like in virtualization means by using, one thing is we are going to deploy a IoT. Another thing is you want to, make a simulating tools. If you want to make a simulating tools for, is required before actual implementation of the IoT. So simulating tools are also, uh, for this you must have to, must have to, uh, must have a knowledge about augmented reality or a virtual reality. So if you have the augmented reality and the virtual reality tools with you, you can, or you have an understanding of that, so you can pursue your research in this virtualization. So at the end, 15th one, which is not, which is the last but not the least, it is the clouds at the edges. See, most of the time, this is a problem which is facing by, in every communication process also. Like here is one antenna, and here is one another antenna. An object is moving from one, and it has a range of this, and this antenna has a range up to this. Now this object is moving from A's range to the B's range. Now what will happen, at this boundary where the two are, at the border, there is a handoff. And during the handoff means the signal initially here in this area, this object is connected with this. But when it moves towards the another region, the connection with this first one gets, lost, and the connection with this antenna is established. And in between this, sometimes what will happen, the connection get lost, or, the call get dropped. So if the same kind of thing is happened with your mobile, so any intruder or any can, anything can be happen. So this is also a very important area where you can work, like how to, increase the strength, or how to do this soft handoff. Those who are from mobile computing, those who have very good knowledge about mobile computing, they can, pursue their work in this area, and can do much in this cloud at the edges. So I think I covered all most important technologies, most important areas which can, in which you can, pursue your PhD or a research, or those who are IoT. This lecture is particularly for IoT enthusiasts, and for those persons only, those who want to pursue their career in the field of IoT. So I hope, if you like this video, or if you still you have any query, you may put it into the comment box. I will definitely reply it back, and I am more happy to work with those peoples, those who are, very keen in doing IoT. So if still you have any problem, you can mail me on my mail ID, that is techdoctorin 123 @gmail.com. You send me a mail, definitely I will reply you back. If you have any query related to the IoT, or if you are unable to frame your topic title, which is a very big problem, literally, sometimes people are not able to, to frame their title, broad title basically. So we will cover this also in our upcoming uh, class, in the upcoming streaming, live streams, where I will tell you how to, choose your research area topics, decide how to decide a research area title. So till then, stay tuned. Bye bye. Thank you. I think this is this is enough for today's class.